What's going on, fowl players? Welcome to Monday, June 19th, 2023. Today is the day we sow rice. A little behind schedule. I had set my drop dead date for June 15th, but with just everything going on, and this was too wet for me to disc, as I am learning today. I just didn't get to it till today. But you can see I've got some ground torn up using Scott's same disc that we used when we planted the sunflower field. I've only gotten stuck twice so far. You can see there, I got in some real soft stuff and the disc hung up. And then kind of over back here once. So now we're all three cooling down. I'm cooling down. I need to go in the shade. Rosie as well. And the old Bayou 220 Kawasaki, because she is not made for this kind of work. It's just two-wheel drive. It's only 220 cc's. Working in its favor is it does have a straight axle, but it's not supposed to be used for this. But it's all I got, so it's what I'm using. So we're gonna let it cool down for a little bit. I'm gonna go take a look at some other areas of the property, see how they're doing, and then come back in and disc it up some more and throw out some rice. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. So just for ducks.
You're watching the Fowl Play YouTube channel.
Well, that's it for the disc. I don't know how well that shows up behind me, but I got that ground cut up pretty good. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be broken up a little bit. It's still pretty soft. You can see this is great. Even this where I got just broke up the surface a little bit. We're about to get about 10 days to 2 weeks worth of rain. The driest forecast for the next 10 days is like a 50% chance. So starting tomorrow, we may get a ½ inch or more of rain tomorrow. I hope it doesn't flood this, but certainly it'll soak it in. So I've just worked to break this ground up. And if it gets a good muddy soaking, which I'm almost guaranteed it will, I think that's gonna be enough to get this rice in the ground. I talked to the guys at the store I bought it from, who actually do waterfowl impoundment management. That's why they sell rice, and they said they usually just throw it on a mud flat with an Argo. So not doing much different here. But yeah, I probably would have liked to cut this up more, but the old four-wheeler just wouldn't have it. She's starting to smoke pretty bad. So I gave her a rest, went into town, got something to eat, came back, fired right up. She don't want to start when she gets too hot. I don't blame her, I don't either. But let's go over here and take a look at the seed and see what we got going on. So here's our seed that we got. It's out of Arkansas, so ducks ought to eat it, right? This is not even a quarter of the bag I got in here. As rough as it is, I'm afraid that I'll just bounce too much of it out. But the variety is Diamond, which I don't know anything about. But they say now's about the time to plant it. Like I said, I'm a little behind, but we're gonna throw it out there. We're gonna turn the seeder on, run back and forth a few times. And I may try to throw half of this bag. The label says it has about an 80% germination rate, so whatever. But I'm gonna throw it out there and wait for it to rain. All right, here's what we're doing. We're just driving through here, hanging on with one hand, running the camera with the other. And just throwing the seed out, getting probably about a seed per square inch, maybe a little more, overrunning it. Looks like it's working pretty good. I gotta put you down though, gotta drive. All right, we got seed, we got rice. I said I wasn't gonna use that whole 50-pound bag. I lied. I did. I think this isn't an acre. So I probably well overseeded it, but you look at the coverage here. I'll hold still for a second. That's less than I did last year, and I'm pretty sure I did too much last year. So, because yeah, I put 50-pound bag into a much smaller space. I did throw some along the ditch back there, that far side. I'm gonna, probably after the flood comes through here in the next week or so, I'm gonna try to clear that out. Probably just throw some millet out. But we got all this land now in rice, and this soil looks really good, really rich, dark brown. I mean, it's been nothing but swamp for as long as I've been coming out here, so it really is, I think, doing it pretty good. Next year, top priority, stump removal. I'm probably gonna drain the water off of this early next year to let it dry, so get it dry by May, so I can get in here with a stump grinder and take these stumps out. I could have done a much better job, less wear and tear on me and the machinery, if I didn't have all of these, not even this, these big ones, but the little stuff. Even this, I can't really get over with the disc, and I got to go around it. And this small stuff here is just bouncing around. Not to mention the fact that you trip over it whenever it's, underwater, right? So next year is definitely going to be stump removal year. Get this cleared out really good. You can see the brush that we've cut the last 2 years. I'll probably pull all that out into the center and burn it, save what we can for firewood, burn the rest. And, but hey, planning for next year starts right now. It's never too early to think for the future. So that's it for today. I'd like to thank Kawasaki for providing this piece of machinery, even though I didn't pay for it. My dad paid for it. He gave it to me a couple years ago. But it certainly is better than out here by hand. I didn't water seed it like I did last year. But that's just because I didn't think I'd be able to drive through this if I had flooded it and it was bigger than I wanted to do by hand. But like I said, I talked to the guys at the seed store. I know Rusty Creasy, check him out on Instagram. I don't think he has a Facebook page or a YouTube channel. I should go look. But everything I learned for doing this, I learned from watching him on Instagram. It's not difficult, but he shared some tips. I got the idea of water seeding from him, and then in other places where he didn't have water, he just did what I did. His was more mucky. I wouldn't be able to get through here if it was more mucky. But I broke it up with the disc, even where I've just got these grooves right here where the disc just kind of went over the surface. Thanks, Rosie. That's going to, seeds are going to get in there. Like I said, it's getting ready to dump a big rain on us tomorrow, which is probably absolutely perfect for this. This will get muddy. It's still very soft. I mean, I can stick, this is soft ground right here, right? I mean, that's mud. But, all right, sorry about that. GoPro cut out. Either the battery died or the thing just got too hot. What I was saying is we're getting ready to get a big soaking rain in here. So all this, I am actually worried it's going to flood. I may have to come and dig out the berm at some point in time because I wouldn't mind it flooding for a day, but if it gets water, it'll stay here for 2 weeks. I don't want that. But anyway, we're going to get a good soaking rain. It'll work that seed in the ground. I think we're going to be good. We'll see. If not, well, whatever. But hey, that's it. So that's it for planting rice in the big hole today. All right. So what did we do? We just drug an old small disc that's got picked up somewhere about 1 million years ago. Drug it around, roughed the ground up as much as we could. Broadcast it out on top of it. If I had a big 4-wheel drive ATV, I would have put 2 inches of water on it and probably foregone the disking and just spread it out, but I don't. If you have that, or if you can do it on foot, and walk through it with a crank spreader, you're going to get great results. That's what I did last year, and it came up good. In fact, it came up so good it's growing again this year without me even planting it. So anyway, that's it for today. That's all we got here. It's like I said, middle of June, planting rice. Hopefully they'll be ready for ducks come November. So thanks a lot for watching. Once again, I'm Bruce, and you're watching Fowl Play Outdoors. Thanks for joining me.